Is that single mothers are less valuable on the dating market. Do you feel like that is fair?
Fair is the wrong word, but I think there's truth to it.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is there is a level of disqualification that's going to happen because a man that is high earning, high value has a lot of options. Now, does that make that woman a bad woman? No. Does it make her unworthy of love? No. Does it mean that it's never going to happen for her? No. But odds are most high value, high earning men want what they want. And sometimes the extra baggage of children, not to say that children are baggage, but you know what I'm saying, that's not going to be the choice. And also, I think too many women are letting too many men baby mama them more than once.
Shout out to the baby mama maker.
Having a woman that can change the course of your life emotionally and spiritually, and you disqualify her because she has a child that can also guide you in your personal, financial, and spiritual journey. At some point, we have to level up emotionally, physically, and spiritually.
Yes.
And acknowledge that children are not the standard to disqualify a woman. There's so many other things that people can provide, whereas if you say, but if you have a child, I don't want it. So now you're robbing yourself of your own spiritual journey, your own emotional journey, because you have a rigid mindset of what you like.
That would be the assumption that one doesn't have the other. Like, imagine a woman that doesn't have children that can help you to grow mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, and energetically. If you have the option, and that's why I'm saying you gotta look at it where both things are even. It's not to say that women that have children are worse and women that don't are better. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the reality of a good woman that comes into your life, if a man is blessed enough to actually get a good woman that wants him to grow and wants to evolve and wants to be in her feminine and wants to submit and all of these different things, then that's a blessing in itself. However, if a man has all the options, why would he choose a woman that already has children?
Option doesn't mean that that's who you were ordained to be with.
I agree.
So you can have many options, but don't let that trick you out of your spot. There's infinite pathways to God.
True.
Right?
Yes.
So that means that we're not just paying attention to options, we're paying attention, who is my soul guiding me to? And your soul may guide you to what your desires have absolutely nothing to do with. And I also acknowledge we may be having a conversation about two different people.
Yeah.
So we're talking about on a human level where you just want to date because you got money and you want to have all of these different options.
Yeah.
Cool, you're going to get what you get.
Right.
But if we're talking about people who are dating for the specifics of healing, growing, and evolving, then they better be conscious of the choices that they choose.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Loverboy Pod. I'm your host, Ray. Today we're talking to the men. There's a narrative going around that says real men step up and should date single mothers without hesitation. But the truth is most men should avoid dating single moms, in my opinion. And that's not hate or anything. I believe it's just wisdom. And let me explain why. So when you date a single mother, you're not just dating her, fellas. You're signing up for a lifetime role that comes with emotional, financial, and spiritual responsibilities, all right? And here's the hard truth. Most men are not prepared for that, nor should they be forced to be. It's not insecurity. It's not lack of masculinity. It's about protecting your resources, protecting your peace, and protecting your legacy, fellas. So ask yourself a few questions, right? Are you ready to invest in a child that isn't yours? Are you willing to navigate co-parenting dynamics with another man? Are you ready to come second to her child always? If the answer is no, it's not selfish. It's called self-awareness, all right? So let's talk about some statistics here. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, about 70% of second marriages involving children from previous relationships end in divorce. So a man taking on a stepfather role increases emotional stress, financial pressure, and often lacks real authority in parenting decisions. That's a big one. So in plain English, you get all the responsibility, but not always the respect. You get it, fellas? You're expecting to lead, provide, and protect, but your authority is often limited because you're not the real father. All right. So stepping up for a family that isn't yours can quickly turn into stepping over your own boundaries. For most men, it's thankless, an uphill battle that drains more than it fulfills, honestly, right? So one of the most overlooked reasons men should avoid dating single mothers is legacy. When you choose a woman without children, you're building your own family on your own terms from day one, right? No complicated baby daddy dynamics, no divided loyalties, no inheriting unresolved emotional baggage. It's not about looking down on single mothers. It's about looking ahead at your life's vision, okay? So you deserve the chance to start fresh. You deserve to pretty much start your own game file, not load up a saved one, right? So your future shouldn't start with fixing someone else's past. That's just facts. So whether you're younger man, older man, whatever, still trying to figure your way throughout the world, still building your career, still building your mindset, the last thing you need to do is jump into a ready-made family dynamic, all right, fellas? Our focus should be stacking income, mastering self-discipline, and finding a woman who aligns with your vision. So building your kingdom and already having everything set in the kingdom before the queen comes in. So when you're solid, you get to choose from a position of strength, okay, and not obligation. Dating a single mother is a sacrifice and a lifestyle most of us men underestimate until it's too late. And if you don't have kids of your own yet, why would you start with someone else's, right? So this isn't about hating single mothers or anything like that. It's about men being intentional with our choices, right? If you're not ready for the full weight of that responsibility, do yourself a favor and avoid dating single mothers altogether. We need to protect our time, protect our energy, and most importantly, protect our legacy. So that's my thoughts on the single mother. It's not all my thoughts, but I just wanted to kind of break down some things and really, get some important things said here on my video. And I got a question for you fellas. Do you think it's wise for men to date single mothers? Why or why not? Put that in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And subscribe to the Loverboy Pod for more relationship truths, all right? I appreciate you guys coming through. And until next time.